Right, time for the business roundup now with Charles Pellegrin. Hi, Charles.
Hi, Rochelle.
We're beginning with mixed signals coming from the US on the issue of China's currency.
That's right. On the campaign trail, Donald Trump had repeatedly slammed China for manipulating its currency. He said the yuan currency was artificially low in order to favor Chinese exports, which hurt American manufacturing jobs. Well, candidate Trump had also promised to officially label China a currency manipulator on his first day in office. Well, over a month after being sworn in, though, the U.S. administration is slightly retreating from these statements. Steve Mnuchin, the Treasury Secretary, explained in an interview with CNBC that he would proceed with the normal process that already exists to determine if China was manipulating its exchange rate. This means there won't be any announcement on that issue before the regular Treasury report due in April. To make things even more confusing, this is what Donald Trump said when he was asked about China shortly after Mnuchin's comments.
Well, I think they're grand champions at manipulation of currency. So I haven't held back. We'll see what happens.
Well, that's the latest instance of Trump and his cabinet members taking different positions on the same issue.
Okay, Charles, take us through how the markets are doing this Friday morning.
All right. Well, in Europe, the major indices are opening slightly lower. We're going to have these figures right up for you now. Yes, you can see the FTSE in London down 0.2%, the Paris CAC 40 down 0.1%, and the DAX in Frankfurt down 0.1% as well. Markets in Asia closed mostly lower following a mixed close on Wall Street after other comments made by Steve Mnuchin about possible tax cuts in the future. The Nikkei closed in negative territory, down 0.45%. Export stock coming under pressure because of a relatively stronger yen. You can see the Shanghai Composite finished slightly above the baseline. Well, let's take a look at the other business stories making headlines this Friday. Royal Bank of Scotland reported a £7 billion loss for 2016, its ninth straight year of losses. The company took a huge hit from mis-selling and conduct charges. The company has unveiled a new cost-cutting plan and is hoping to return to profit by 2018. RBS's loss since 2008 amount to £58 billion. That's over the £45 billion bailout it received during the financial crisis. And Waymo, Google's self-driving unit, is taking legal action against Otto, that's Uber's self-driving unit. At the heart of this story is Anthony Levandowski, a former Waymo manager who then left to co-found Otto. Waymo is now accusing Levandowski of bringing to Otto information relating to its LiDAR technology, a laser-based radar system which helps the car navigate on its own. And Chinese search engine Baidu has narrowly missed expectations for revenues in the fourth quarter of 2016. Revenue fell 2.6% from the previous year to just over $380 million. The company was affected by a highly publicized scandal in which a young man died after buying experimental cancer treatment advertised on Baidu.
Okay, Charles, now this weekend marks the start of the Salon de l'Agriculture, France's agricultural fair, which opens tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a key date in the French calendar. Everyone's very excited. It's more and more, and the reason they're excited is more and more farmers are turning to the latest gadgets and gizmos to help them grow, monitor, and harvest their crops in a more cost and time-effective way. Well, our team of journalists have donned their boots and got muddy in the fields near Tours and around Paris to find out more.
When it comes to weeding his land, Franck Ishard calls on the help of Oz. This little electric robot can work for 4 hours non-stop. With its laser, its GPS and its 2 cameras, it races its way along the furrows 3 times quicker than man and totally unassisted, meaning that this market gardener can concentrate on his lettuces.
The robot's finished before me.
Once the assigned task is complete, or whenever there's a problem, the robot sends a text message.
It means we don't have to employ as many people, and so obviously our costs are down. We spend much less on the robot than we would do on staff.
Despite costing an initial €25,000, the robot quickly pays for itself. Another gadget that's proved cost-effective is Edouard Mumlet's digital weather station. With the help of its sensors, it can measure the temperature, the level of rainfall or the wind speed, all useful information that's transferred to Edouard in real time.
It means I can stop and start irrigating depending on what the conditions are like. If the wind's too strong, I can't water my crops, otherwise it sprays all over.
Edouard can also share this information with his neighbours. Such technology is also helping farmers communicate better with consumers.
Bonjour.
To get these fresh vegetables, this city dweller has created an online allotment. From the comfort of her home, she grows produce on a 40 square metre patch of earth in the Paris region. For €30 a month, she receives around 15 veg boxes a year.
It's ecological because everything is grown locally in a sustainable way. It's also cost effective because the vegetables are much cheaper than in a supermarket.
Last year, French farmers saw their earnings fall by 26%. With these new gadgets, they hope to get more bang for their buck.
Okay, Charles, thank you very much for that business news roundup there.